We're the Lockwoods, and we're traveling the world to experience up close and in person all the natural wonders and distinct cultures that our kids would otherwise be consuming only through textbooks and TV. After spending a magical 3 days living among a community of free-range elephants in the jungles of Chiang Rai, Thailand, we're flying south to Phuket. This rainforested, mountainous island in the Andaman Sea is home to some of the country's most beautiful beaches and crystal clear waters. But since we're only here for 2 nights, we have to find as many authentic local experiences as possible so that we can get to know the culture of Phuket in one perfect day. Let's get to it.
We just left Anantara Golden Triangle Elephant Camp, which is in Chiang Rai, and we're on our way to the Chiang Mai airport. Funny story, actually. But this beautiful thing behind me is halfway through the drive, and it is the White Temple. So we're just doing a little pit stop. We'll be on our way. The funny story is that Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, I got a little confused and I accidentally booked the wrong airport. So we have a longer ride. It's our journey all the way to Phuket.
If you haven't watched that episode yet, you can click right up here to add it to your queue. But we're gonna get back in our awesome van, which actually has Wi-Fi. So we're able to work, we're playing, we're able to do it all on this 4-hour journey.
I'm glad that was such a long drive because I ended up getting a lot of work done. It's a direct 2-hour flight, so I'm gonna get even more work done. Lockwood. Transportation is included with our stay at the Slate.
Slate is situated on the Nai Yang Beach, which is on the northern shore of the island. And the building itself carries forward these industrial design elements that harken back to the island's tin mining past, which lasted until about 1930.
Get a flower. Breakfast is included, and we just got upgraded! Yay! So I think before we just had a family suite, and it was going to be a studio with all of us in the same room, but now we have a 2-bedroom suite. Wonderful! I am just tickled with joy over this upgrade. I see right away there is a powder room here and a nice big living room. The living room has a big TV, a coffee bar, a mini bar, and a little refrigerator. Here, a little reading sitting area. That goes out to the balcony, so we'll check that out in a minute. Massage chairs! How lovely. And there are little massage outfits.
You're supposed to be naked when you get a massage?
Yeah, I don't know, maybe this is from going to the bathroom into the table. I don't know. Speaking of bathroom, right over here, this is beautiful. Little toilet area. Look at this shower. It's right off of the sauna. I love saunas. I'm so happy. I love this hotel room. This is the master. Nice king bed, and we have a hot tub. Colt just asked me if there's a jacuzzi here, and I didn't know. And here it is, we have a jacuzzi. And we get this huge private patio. Perfect spot for me to have my coffee in the morning. And looking over the pool, the kids already spotted this pool. They can't wait to get in. They said there's a slide, but I see a bunch of waterfalls. And I'll just come in this other entrance. I want to see the kids' room. It's upstairs. They have their own sitting area and their balcony. They can look at the pool too. And you can tell they've already been jumping on the bed, little monkeys. Their bathroom is open to their bedroom, and they have their own little private toilet and this huge, huge, huge shower with a tub inside the shower. And I am just noticing that they have this huge window here, and it overlooks the massage room, so they can spy on us while we're getting our massage. I just love little surprises like this. It's a very happy surprise. And I think that we probably got this upgrade because we booked through our travel destination club, Inspirato. They made the reservations for us, they recommended the hotel, and we could not be happier. If you want to know more about Inspirato and how we travel so much through them, go to followabc.com/pass. And I will.
We're gonna get changed, and then we're gonna go hit the town and experience every little activity that we can get our hands on.
We're just waiting for our guide, and we think it's gonna be a private tour. We're doing a full day community tour, so we don't know what to expect. The brochure was a little bit vague, and I like it that way because we like to discover things authentically. Let's let the Phuket fun begin.
We just pulled in somewhere, not sure if this is part of the tour or not. We're just along for the ride, which is half the fun.
We're in Bang Rong, which means home Bang Rong. It's a local community, and we have our guide. His name is Mark. We're gonna be with him all day, and our welcome drink is passion fruit drink, and it's from local passion fruit. Oh, it's so good. No, there's more in this, like a soda, right? There's something, yeah, a little bit of soda in there, so it's fizzy.
It's actually the best thing I've ever put in my mouth.
Yeah, so good. And we got, these are little pastries. It's like a fruit Newton. Pineapple inside. That's really good. And this one, look how pretty this is. That's good. It's a very dense, sweet dough, like a fig Newton, fruit Newton.
I bit into this, I really liked it, and Mark said it's durian fruit inside. Durian is like the stinkiest, smelliest fruit, but it tastes good. So you have to get past the smell and you get the flavor. This one only has the flavor. Now that I'm thinking about it, it does. Like when you chew it and it gets aromatic in your mouth, it kind of smells like a fart.
Clearly this tour is right up our alley because we're always looking for the local perspective to see some authentic activities and culture. And he said that this is specifically what this tour was set up to be. This little community, this little village is such a gem for the area. And so he said people come from all around the world to be able to experience these types of things. So we're not out on the water doing jet skis. We're doing things that the locals would do. So we're gonna paint these handbags, customize them, and then take them home. And these are similar to the garb that women would wear, their dresses around here, but we're not gonna paint huge dresses because they want it to be something that we can take home with us as a souvenir. So it's a small version of that we get to customize and take with us.
I love that we get to keep these. We get to take home our experiences. We're gonna leave our little activity to dry. And Mark said that the whole day's activity is completely plastic free. So everything we use is either gonna be glass or cloth materials. But I love that. You gotta stay away from those plastics. It's ruining our oceans and our planet. PSA. We have to make a little pit stop because we forgot something. We don't have swimsuits with us. I didn't realize, I knew that a boat would be involved and water would be involved. I did not realize that we'd be doing some swimming. So we have to maybe buy some suits on the spot.
Gotta burn through this Thai cash somehow because we leave town tomorrow. This should do it.
Is this a pineapple farm?
How'd you know?
It looks like a pineapple farm. The pineapple leaves are like saws, and you can run your finger one direction, but you cannot go the other direction. So instead of a saw, it's kind of like the, you know, when you're leaving the rental car, you can't back up over the... We need gloves for this.
45 degrees, not like this.
Yep.
45 degrees.
So what we want to do is get some of the leaves out of the way, and we want to grab the pineapple, and then we're going to cut it at a 45-degree angle straight down. So I'll just get these little guys out of the way here. Voila! I love these little Thai pineapple. They're like personal-sized pineapples. Instead of the big ones, you've just got a little one. It's perfect for one serving. Fresh every time. Okay, you ready, buddy?
Yeah.
All right.
Woo! Nice. Oh, it cuts through like butter.
Woo, here we go.
She's a beaut.
I know, I caught my lunch. Ah!
I think this is my new favorite thing, harvesting different foods that I eat all the time. We got to do this in Bohol with rice. I had no idea how to harvest rice before. And now I know how to harvest pineapple. So everywhere we go, I want to harvest something different. What'll be next?
Mangoes.
Mango. Now they're gonna show us how to cut or trim the pineapple, and this fascinates me because I have been cutting pineapple literally for decades, but it's always the same way that I learned at a restaurant where I worked before, and I've seen so many more elaborate ways from people in tropical locations, like especially Costa Rica. Cutting techniques that seem to defy physics, and I don't understand how they do it because they always do it behind some closed door and they bring it out, and I'm like, how do you even do this? So we're gonna learn some really creative, decorative ways to cut the pineapple. I'm psyched.
This is why it has the spiral look to it too.
All right, I'm gonna try my hand at this, literally. So the pineapple that we're cutting off right now is perfectly edible. This is just for decoration, right? We're not trimming anymore, we're just making it cool looking.
Ah.
One down. Do a few thousand more of those and I think I'd have the hang of it. Yeah, hey, Brooklyn.
Thank you.
A lot of pineapple here.
Yeah, so I always talk about the mangoes in the Philippines, but it is the pineapple in Thailand that is particularly good. Best pineapple has been here.
Look at this tablecloth from cutting this. This is all pineapple juice. It's soaked with pineapple juice. I want to wring it out into my mouth. How can things that are out in the sun like this in the blazing heat taste like they came out of a refrigerator? Blows my mind. Mark says Phuket has the best pineapple in the world. The crunchiest, the sweetest, certainly the best I've ever had. Tastes completely different from every other pineapple juice I've ever had, like in a jar, in a can, because this is fresh.
All done with pineapple, now we go to a different plantation. It's a rubber tree plantation.
So the rubber trees here actually came from Brazil, and the UK government a long time ago brought some over to the Malaysian peninsula. This one's about 20 years old. The smaller ones aren't tappable until they're about 7 years old. And what you'll find a lot of the time is pineapples growing right next to the rubber trees, because the rubber trees, as they're less than 7 years old, still allow for plenty of sunlight for the pineapples to grow. So the farmers of the ranch can make money off of the pineapples during those 7 years until they can make money off of the rubber trees at 7 years.
They scrape the trees once a day at midnight, and they do it at midnight because, one, it's cooler, so it's a more enjoyable time to work. Also, it needs the cool air to stay liquefied. So it'll drip and come into the bucket. They'll get like half of a bowl to a full bowl. But in the daytime, when it's nice and hot, it'll dry too quickly and it won't drip in. When he stripped it, the rubber starts to come out from the bark. And that's what fills up there and drips down into the bucket. And it also works as, what is that, Colt?
Glue.
All right, well now we know where rubber comes from, and gum and glue. It's Phuket.
So that's step one. Now we're heading to step two.
That smell is coming from here.
Oh, look above you guys.
So it's kind of soft. This is weird. It smells so good. It smells kind of like a sweet coconut milk?
Pencil erasers, like how those smell good?
I'm just picturing you smelling pencil erasers.
All right, once you have the sap, which they collect in the bigger tanks out there every day, they're gonna come back, they put it in these little pans and mix it with water and some chemicals, let it sit for about 15 minutes, it starts to solidify, and then they put it on the floor and use this to kind of pound or roll it out into something that's flatter. Then they use these pasta-like machines to roll it out into the lasagna sheets. This one first is flat, then the one that has the grooves in it, and that's where you get the pattern that's on there. And at first, because these were harvested this morning, they're white, just like the sap is. But then they're gonna take them outside, put them over the bamboo to sit out in the sun for about 7 days, and they turn this brown color. That's when they take them for exporting. One of the main importers of this rubber is the United States, and it goes to the Bridgestone company to make car tires.
We have one more plantation, and it's gonna be Colt's favorite. It's gonna be hard to get him to leave. We're at a coconut farm, and there are 3 techniques to get the coconuts down, and the first one is my favorite. You train a monkey to go up, and they can smell if it's a good coconut or not, the right color, the right consistency. And the second one is Colt's favorite because he's tried it before, and that's to actually climb up yourself and get it, but they only recommend professionals do it. And the third one is what we're gonna do. They use a big, long bamboo stick with a hook to reach up and cut it off.
Okay.
Just
after
Make sure you don't pull it into it.
pull down, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, good job!
It's perfect. If you could hear the milk inside of it, it has milk. I've been practicing karate. Colt, hold it still, please. I'm opening a coconut. I almost said mushroom.
Right.
Girl,
Keep going.
keep doing it.
You got
There
it.
it goes.
Oh. Yes.
And I just now noticed it's easier to pull off the hair stuff one way than the other.
Wow.
Beautiful.
This water we can drink. This.
That's refreshing.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
It looks like ice, so it's like polar bear water. That's awesome.
Yes, exactly.
I'm gonna try some of their coconut. It's so good, so good. I feel like I've never tried fresh coconut before, even though I have, but nothing like that.
Now we're taking a few ingredients that are already prepared, some sticky rice powder, some coconut sugar, and a little bit of salt.
So they're taking the coconut sugar cube and putting it in the middle and rolling it into a ball.
I didn't realize that's what they were doing, and neither did Brooklyn. So she's been making some balls just out of the sticky rice powder without the sugar cube in the middle. That's okay.
And then they put it in the boiling water until they float, and then roll it in the fresh coconut that they just shaved. Ooh, special coconut drink. So, oh, it's so cold. It's been sitting in this ice water here. So just cold coconut, but a different kind of coconut. Oh, this one's like a stronger coconut taste. Oh, it's delicious. I love that it's so cold. It's a hot day.
I'm so thirsty. It's warm out today. There's terroir with wine, and there should be terroir, I'm sure there is, with coconut, water, or milk, whatever this is. Because you can really taste so many things besides coconut in it, like just kind of botanicals, you know? You can taste certain plants or whatever that would be growing in the ground around the tree.
Oh, yeah. Tastes like corn.
Our dessert is ready. It only takes about 3 minutes. Ooh, it's like jelly when you poke into it. It's delicious. It's so good. So the sugar cube inside kind of melts, so it's not like you can distinguish between the rice and the sugar cube. It like melts and absorbs in it around it. So it's really good. So when you bite into it and gushes, it's like a sugary coconut. We did things a little bit backwards this afternoon. We had dessert first. Now we're gonna have lunch.
We're gonna get some lunch down by the river.
Wow, what a path to lunch.
So this entire barge, which is pretty large, is a restaurant. I don't know the name of it. It didn't have a sign, but this is where we're gonna chill for about an hour and a half, have some lunch, and wait for the next activity.
Starting off with some vegetable tempura. This one obviously is onion, and we have carrots, green bean, and pineapple. It's really good.
So we've got some vegetable stir fry, cabbage, cauliflower, carrots, greens, baby corns, and then some cashew chicken.
We also have some soup. Colt told me it's the best soup he's ever had. Yeah, it is tangy, almost tomatoey, but with like a lime twist. This is how they told us to dispose of our leftovers. So we are done. The fish are gonna have their lunch now. Woo, that was a big chunk. And we're gonna get on a boat. And the big reveal, this is the outfit. There was not a whole lot of selection. These were the only bottoms in my size. And this was the only shirt in my size. So I got what I got. And I'm not mad at it.
It fits you.
It fits, yeah. What are you gonna do?
I would have been just fine in my shorts, but those are shorts that I want to wear for doing all of our tours and everything else on these trips. So I decided to just pick up this nice little set of trunkies.
Colt got so excited because they said the long-tailed boa. He heard boa, so he's thinking he was gonna get to see a snake, but it's a boat. All right, baby, we're here. We have our own private island. Ooh, water's nice.
Well, this is very beautiful in a way that's very different from most little islands we've been on. It's darker sand, a little bit rockier. The water is unbelievably warm. And it's not very secluded. You're close enough, you can see other boats and other people all around here. It's such a beautiful area.
So we parked the boat on the tip of this little sandbar, and the sandbar leads to an island over here, and Colt, of course, takes off without us because he thinks he's gonna find some monitors. It's really hard to keep up with him. Colt wants to stay on the island by himself. A lot of the times we're super adventuring, we're going from one activity to the next. This is one I think we're gonna kind of sit back and relax at. We deserve a vacation too, you know. All vacations must come to an end, so it's time for us to get back to work.
We're about to pull some octopus straight out of the sea.
Only one. Okay, ready.
Oh my god, it's sticking to my hand. Is it going to die since
Jumping,
it doesn't
be
have
careful.
water?
Jump, right?
Eventually. Love this little guy. Ooh.
Ow, he's biting me.
Yeah, careful.
He's
Because we
biting
have
me.
feet in the center, right? but he move like this is careful.
I'm surprised that they use them to eat because they're so small. Seems like there wouldn't be a whole lot of meat to them, but you can take them and barbecue them. You can put a little sesame on them or steam them. But they catch them for food.
Feet, right?
It broke skin because it bit me. Your cookie would be okay. I'm gonna pardon this octopus for what it did to me.
Careful, nah.
Wow! He got inked! This time, it wasn't in my mouth because that's what happened to me in Bangkok when I ate a live squid.
I love the educational aspect of everything we're doing today. I mean, yes, it's local and authentic and just really fun, but the things that we're learning about, like the harvesting of certain crops and the octopus. And by the way, the reason that the octopus stays in that little cup is because it's like a cave. So all they have to do is put those down there and then the octopi will search them out, stay in there for safety and go out to eat and come right back in there. So they're basically like little birdhouses for octopi. Cool.
I hope you keep following us along. We've got more to see in Southeast Asia on this trip, and we have got way more to see of the world for the rest of our lives, so keep following us.
We are the Lockwoods, Aaron, Phil, Reagan, Brooklyn, and Cole. We're traveling the world to experience up close and in person all the natural wonders and distinct cultures that our kids would otherwise be consuming only through textbooks and TV. We think it's a better way to learn, and we're working hard to fund this little experiment in the hope that our kids will grow up wiser, kinder, and more grateful for the beauty of our diverse planet and its people.
Can I take him with us?
Well, he could kind of hide on your shirt. How can I can't even tell which one's the shirt, which one's the real lizard.
Right here. Good boy. They'll never know. They'll never know. Down here. There are no chargers. My iPad and my computer is dead, and my AirPods are almost dead, and my watch is at home, and my phone is not dead, but it's small.
1, 2, 3.
No!
Okay.